Okay, this is Mr. Hegsted's class. We're going to be doing a demonstration on the graphite eye. This is from John Vanderpool and his book. It is a great book for you to find online. It costs about $7. Okay, well, we start first is we start with the pupil, and we can see that this will cross over. If you cross over and you can see the overlapping edges, it helps so much better if you can be able to move this eye, and you can adjust this. Okay, so I'm just barely putting some of this here. Okay, we're just barely putting the graphite here. Now, there isn't a highlight as much as I'd like it to, so I want to be able to bring this together over here. Okay, remember there's a light source. Okay, there's a light source coming down. It's going to come over here, and see where the highlight is here? That light's coming this way. Now, we're thinking about negative shapes. Watch the negative shapes. Identify this. This right here, it's a crescent moon. Okay, here's your circle. It's not an oval like this one up here. You'll have an oval. You got to watch the direction and how this axis is at. This axis hits here and up here, and the eyeball comes clear up here, and this pupil and this iris come clear up to here. Okay, now come back down to here. So what we have here is a structure system. Okay, we're going to put the negative shape right here. We're not even going to worry about the other stuff. We're just putting a really light. See how that works? It stops right there. And look at this, from here to here, and you can see where the point comes down. The eyelid is right down here. And we don't even do hardly any line. This is by eyelashes. Now remember, eyelashes are in V's like this. Boom, 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 boom. And then they come down in clockwise. Okay, just like that. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, don't overdo it. This is not a portrait of eyelashes. This is about, no one part is more important than the whole of the story, and the whole story is the eye. So what you're doing is creating little tiny factual lines that will create the eye. Okay, so this part right here is really light. Your eyelid, very important. Your eyelid on the bottom hardly has any light between here, so the only dark line that's right here starts about right here, and it stops. And this right over here is dark. From here to here is the eyelid. So we're going to worry about that in just a second, but you can see that it curves up right here and stops. There's another half moon. Here's the crescent moon. Here's a little bit smaller sliver of the moon. Okay, bring it up here and just barely touch it. Do not commit too fast. Do not commit, because you want to have a chance to have some adjustments. Okay, and that is important. You want to be able to just barely put a couple little lines there, and it'll make all the difference, because as you work it, you will actually start to, your focus will soften, your ability to see becomes strengthened, and you can see things you never thought was there before. Now you can see where I'm at here. Now that I've done the main structure here, and see all this stuff, I start from inside here and I move out. Okay, I move out. Just like we have all this here, we're moving out, moving out, moving out. Okay, now we can go ahead and put a couple. That was brought to you by Jessica, bless you. And we bring these eyelashes out. It's just a little bit. Don't do too many, because it's not as important as you think it is. Okay, it's just not that important. It's nice to have a couple shadows. Now look at the side here. Here is the side of the head. Here's the orbicularis ocelli, the muscle right through here. Then you've got the orbital bone underneath that. So you want to make sure that that stuff is there. Okay, this curves around here, then it indents right there. Okay, then here's your eyebrow. You want to be careful about the eyebrow. The eyebrow has a certain design of the hairs. This stuff right here comes up like this. This comes down here. And this comes down right here. Do you see that? So now watch this again. Come right up here. Okay, your eyebrows are like this. This is a directional, comes down. Then this part right here comes like this. And this part is up here, and the hairs are like this. That is your pattern. Boom, boom, boom. Soft. It's darker here in the middle portion. Why? Because that's where more of the hairs are crisscrossing and not allowing light to shine through. It's just a little bit. Just a little bit. And right here, you have just a little bit because that's where the hairs are crisscrossing. Okay, look at the pattern. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, back to this. Okay, come up a little bit so we can focus. There we go. Now, let's do that right here. And then this comes right here. And then this comes right here. Okay, and then right down here, you've got a little bit of dark right here where the eyelid wrinkle comes in, and you darken this part right here. Now your iris is going to have a shadow on top of this, just like that. It's going to come on this side. It's going to be lighter because the light comes on this side, right? Hits this side, but around the edge is going to be a little bit darker because the light doesn't hit this, and it comes right here. And that allows you to see, okay. Okay, go ahead and hold it right here. So let's make sure there's no distortion in the camera here. We just want to darken up a couple things. And this right here comes about right. Okay, we don't want to have any eyelashes on his cheek. Okay, there's your eyelashes there. Just a couple. And then you can darken some of this. Darken the eyelashes here. Just a little bit. This comes right there. Okay, nothing real spectacular. You don't overdo it. We're just doing practice runs here. Okay, and there's your eye. Okay, one small thing is that I wanted to put on here. This dark portion over the eyelid, you want to darken this just a little bit, and it makes it look a little bit more dreamy. It gives the shadow of the eyelid, okay, and you want to make sure that that is there. Other than that, that is what's good. You'll have a little bit of shadow sometimes on the side here, but right now the picture doesn't lend to it. But this gives that dreamy effect of the eye, and it also creates the shadow from the eyelid. Happy drawing.